Well now.
Oh, it seems so empty. So, we were cancelled. Oh, maybe it was. Bye, Monokuma.
The flashback light became the motive. When Kokichi remembered that he was a remnant of despair, I planned to kill him. I thought that if I killed him, this game, and the battle between hope and despair, would end. I was confident in my talent as an assassin. I knew I would be able to do it.
We've tried to end this killing game before, but...
You were naive.
Huh?
That's what I thought. I knew Kokichi would take advantage of my naivete, simply because it's him.
Maki totally gets me!
That's why. I needed to settle it myself. I took the poison arrows and the crossbow, and broke into the hangar with an exisal. But when I entered the hangar, I saw something I never expected. Kaito and Kokichi were fighting each other. Kokichi was shot in the arm with a crossbow arrow, probably by Kaito when he fought back. Both of them stopped and looked at the exisal, most likely surprised by its sudden appearance. Kokichi immediately took out his remote and attempted to control the exisal I was in. I jumped out of the exisal before he could, and shot Kokichi in the back with an arrow. That should have been enough to stop him, since the arrow was coated with poison.
The Strike 9 poison, correct? But why pick that particular poison? Some of the poisons in my lab were far more lethal.
I wanted Kokichi to confess his true intentions before he died. And find out why he was always lying and trying to confuse us.
This is actually extremely smart on Maki's part. And I honestly didn't expect they would have a CG of her popping out of the exisal and scaring both of them. Oh my.
What do you mean?
If he was the mastermind, it would have been easier for him to hide in the shadows, right? He could have made it seem as if the late Junko was secretly behind this killing game. That way, he could reveal himself as the surprise mastermind to liven up the game.
I'm getting a feeling of deja vu. Anybody else feel that? Anybody back there? Hey you, currently watching. Do you feel that?
Because of his suspicious actions, anyone would already suspect him as the mastermind. Especially with that message in the courtyard.
He plays his role very well.
Kokichi said it was a hint, but was it necessary for him to go out of his way just for a hint?
As a remnant of despair, I imagine he wanted to feel the despair of his plan being thwarted.
I think that if he wanted the thrill, he would have carried out the plan carefully. So when his carefully laid out plan goes to waste, he would be in utter despair.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Maki must have wanted to hear it directly from Kokichi himself.
But it was pointless. I was a fool for thinking I could have a serious talk with him.
So you wanted him to feel true despair. And yet, you didn't get the result you wanted. Go figure.
What are you talking about? Remnants of despair? What's that? I don't understand anything you're saying. But anyway, why are you starting up the killing game when it should have ended? You already know it's all meaningless, and that I'm the mastermind. Do you love killing that much?
Shut up, you asshole! I realized it was pointless to continue the conversation, so I shot the final arrow. But then... What?
Kaito protected Kokichi?
I knew it! As soon as Maki started talking, as soon as I had to point my finger at her, I knew that was going to be the final result. This is why she feels so bad. Kaito took an arrow for Kokichi. See, I thought it was going to be just slightly different. A different scenario. But oh, she must feel terrible.
Why? Why would Kaito protect Kokichi?
At that moment, my mind went blank. I knew I had to do something about the poison. I rushed to Shuichi's research lab for the antidote.
So you didn't have the antidote with you at the time?
Why would she? She was intending on having it be lethal.
I used Strike 9 poison to torture Kokichi for info, but I planned to kill him from the start.
That's so mean!
But that was my first mistake. Because of that,
You what?
I ended up killing Kaito.
Yep. That's what I thought. Oh no. See, it was going to be heartbreaking for Maki no matter who died. Tear her heart out, literally, because she's the one that did it. That lethal arrow, covered in poison, dealt the killing blow. Uh-oh.
When I returned with the antidote, the hangar shutter had been closed. I assumed it was Kokichi's doing, but because of that, I couldn't enter the hangar anymore. I needed to give Kaito the antidote somehow, so I went to the bathroom window. Kaito, can you hear me? Quick, drink this antidote! After calling out to him, I chucked the antidote through the bathroom window. Kaito noticed it and grabbed the antidote. But Kokichi stole it from him.
No. Oh no, Maki.
Sorry, but I can't die here. Since I'm the mastermind of this killing game.
Wait! There's only one antidote!
Oh, you don't have to worry about Kaito. He fulfilled his dream, right? He already went to space. Damn it!
Stop!
Phew, I feel so much better. I guess that's a wrap. Or maybe not, because now another class trial is going to start.
Last trial?
You'll be the Blackened for this case, you know. The Blackened who killed Kaito.
I killed...
Shut it! Screw the class trials. Like hell am I gonna let you have your way?
Kaito! Why did you protect Kokichi? If you didn't help him, then...
I couldn't help it. Even if it's Kokichi, I can't have you kill anybody.
What?
Aww, Kaito wasn't protecting me. He was protecting Maki. The situation just got way worse, huh? Maki is gonna become the Blackened responsible for killing you. All because you protected me!
Don't you worry, Makiro. I'm not gonna die that easily. Just leave it to me. I'll put an end to this killing game.
You're still full of energy, even like that. You really are not boring.
What?
I want to see what a dying Kaito can do. So, show me what you've got. I won't meddle with your plans.
What are you?
Don't mind me. Run, Maki, roll. Just hurry up and run. Run! And live. You gotta live.
But I refused to give up. I tried to enter the hangar by breaking the control panel with my knife. In the end, I couldn't.
So that's where the marks on the control panel came from, huh?
That is so fucking sad. And you know it's gotta be eating her up inside. Especially when she tried to help, and the person she hated most ended up surviving. God! F's in chat for Maki, my god. And then she tried her damnedest to get in. But
After that, I returned to the bathroom window once more, but I didn't see anyone. The bathroom door was closed. I called out, but neither Kaito nor Kokichi answered. I couldn't do anything anymore. All I could do was leave.
oh, I feel so bad.
That's when I made up my mind.
Well, I think you made up your mind when you brought the crossbow and poisoned arrows, but continue.
As the Blackened who killed Kaito, I would kill Kokichi during this class trial.
Oh. That's where the sacrifice play comes in.
In exchange for all of your lives.
In order to take down the mastermind, all of us had to die.
So that's what happened.
That's some pretty rough stuff, I'm not gonna lie.
Then Kokichi, knowing what he knew, still helped Maki cover up her crime?
See, this is why I've got my ponder face on. Really?
Was that why you smushed Kaito in the hydraulic press?
Kaito wanted Maki to be spotless. As his friend, I felt obliged to help him.
Interesting.
How dare you make fun of him!
Oh my! She doesn't even have eyes anymore.
You call yourself a friend? You enjoyed watching us suffer!
Where'd you get the knife?
You fucking asshole!
That is such anger. I feel like I'm being stabbed.
Ooh, Maki is so scary. Good thing I'm in this exisal. Pretty sure Maki would have already killed me if I was out there in the flesh. So, what are everyone's plans now? With the truth out in the open, who are you guys gonna vote for?
Well,
You can vote for me, but if you do, we'll all die together. Or vote for Maki and live. Well, choose whichever you want. I don't care either way.
Why? Why are you so calm? Your life depends on this too.
Who cares? Just choose already. Come on, who are you gonna vote for?
No, we can't vote yet.
yeah.
We don't have the whole truth.
Thank you.
This case isn't over.
Not by a long shot. You still have to think of the scenario we're in. Even though Maki dealt a killing blow to Kaito, Kokichi got the antidote, we still don't have a proper answer on who is in that hydraulic press. We have to know that answer. Thank you, Shuichi.
Huh?
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us everything, Maki. Thanks to you, I finally understand. There's another hidden truth within your testimony.
Hell yeah.
A hidden truth?
Yes, I'm positive. Because there's something wrong with the testimony you've given us.
Part of her testimony that doesn't add up. It would be... No, not that, not that. Oh, it'd have to be the control panel.
That's it! Maki said she used a knife to try to break the control panel and enter the hangar. But that doesn't make sense, because there's an alarm system on the shutter.
Yes, thank you!
Oh, yeah! The alarm should have gone off if someone got close to the shutter.
So something happened between you leaving and coming back.
I was too focused to notice at the time. But now that you mention it, it is odd.
Maybe the sensor just missed her.
Nah, the security there isn't that sloppy.
Thanks for the input.
If a shady person got near the shutter, the alarm would have gone off without question.
And why didn't the alarm go off?
Like I told you, this isn't over. There's still a hidden truth to find.
I think we can find something else if we dig. I mean, just the fact that you found an inconsistency with her testimony where she bared her soul. Oh, this is far from over. I know it is. Isn't. I don't know, we still have to find the truth.
I did attempt to enter the hangar. And I tried to destroy the control panel with my knife. At the time, the alarm system didn't go off.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm would have activated with 100% certainty.
Maybe it was just broken.
Perhaps it was turned to a special setting?
Or maybe Maki is telling a lie. Did you really try to break the control panel with her?
I'm not going to tell any more lies.
I think we can trust that statement that she's not going to tell any more lies. If the alarm system wasn't working when she tried to destroy it with her knife, that means something had to have happened to it before she got there. And the only thing that I can think of is an electrobomb.
But if you had approached the shutter, the alarm
Where
would
is
have
it?
activated
There we
with
go. 100% certainty. I do not agree with that.
That's wrong! There is a way to disable the alarm system. An electro bomb would take it down.
But Maki only had one bomb, and she used it during the raid this morning.
Then the only other person who could have used one is Kokichi, right?
Ooh. Ooh, there we go. I like where this is going.
Huh? Why would I use an electro bomb?
Yeah, why indeed.
I had no reason to shut off the alarm, right? I'd be at a disadvantage if I did that.
Precisely.
I guess so. I can't come up with a reason why Kokichi would want to cut the alarm.
If the alarm system was taken out, and he did use an electrobomb, something else got disabled in the crossfire.
I've got it! Disabling the alarm system wasn't the real objective.
What?
Oh, damn. This just got interesting. If he used that electrobomb, it was to get rid of the press's safety function. Oh, no.
That's it! It was to deactivate the safety function on the press.
Deactivate the safety function?
The electrobomb wouldn't have just taken down the alarm system. It also would have disabled the hydraulic press's safety function.
That's true, but why would he do that?
There's only one reason that anyone would want to do that.
Ooh!
But if I'm right, it means that we've been thinking about this all wrong.
Turn the case on its head.
All wrong.
There's a million factors going on in the back of my mind because this case is so complicated. This changes Kaito's cause of death.
That's it! Kaito's cause of death.
What?
If the electro bomb was used while Maki was trying to deliver the antidote, maybe Kaito didn't die by poison. It could be something else entirely.
Oh boy. This changes everything. This means he could have died by the press. Other than the poison arrow, what is the other potential cause of death? The press.
This is it! The hydraulic press. Kaito could have been killed by the press after all.
What? He could have?
If the safety was off, the press could have crushed Kaito while he was still alive.
Right after I threw the antidote, I tried to open the shutter. So, Kaito should have still been alive.
And if he was crushed by the hydraulic press after that, then we have our cause of death.
If that's the case, it'd mean the one who killed Kaito wasn't Maki.
It would be whoever was operating the hydraulic press. Kokichi.
Oh, Maki's out of the blackened seat. But now we still have more of the confusing case on our hands. Kokichi's still been acting strange. As if he's safe.
I see. Very impressive. The hydraulic press could have been the cause of death. But that's just a possibility.
What do you mean?
It's possible that I killed Kaito with the press, but there's no way to know. Kaito's death could have been either the poison arrow or the hydraulic press. Both causes are possible, but you'll never be able to determine it. No matter what.
No matter what?
And here comes the confusion that I brought up earlier. We can't solve anything in this case because we don't have a corpse to examine. We can't do a proper autopsy because there's nothing left.
That's not true. We can probably solve this mystery too.
It's gonna take some time because, God!
Right, Shuichi?
Can we? Technically, no. Whether Kaito died by the press or by the arrow, we'll never be able to find that out. It is literally not possible.
I hate to admit it, but Kokichi is right. We have no way to prove the cause of death.
What did you say?
You can't check the body, and you don't have any conclusive evidence. You can't deduce any more from here on out. There's no way to know what happened. But I know, because I was actually involved.
So that's what you were trying to do. You were trying to commit an unsolvable murder.
Yes! I knew that's what we were going to get to! As soon as they mentioned that we can't figure out who the victim is or who the murderer is, they were creating an unsolvable case! Yes! Oh, I'm so glad Danganronpa finally got to this point. If you can't solve the case, nobody can win, but nobody can lose.
Do you finally get it? Yep, that was my plan.
An unsolvable murder. I can't believe it. We finally got here.
The gimmick of this murder case isn't the unknown victim,
It's the fact that we can't solve the fucking thing.
but rather the unknowable culprit. No one understands but me. Only I know the answer. There's no more room for deduction here. Choose the culprit with your own intuition.
Intuition?
Are you troubled? I'm sure robots don't have intuition, right? But there's nothing you can do about it. This is just how the trial goes. So, who is the culprit? Maki or me? The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off! It's voting time!
I can't tell you how much I love this case now. We have an unsolvable case. It doesn't even matter who I pick. You know what? Himiko's the blackened. Got her.
Hey! That's my line! I'm the one who decides when it's voting time!
Oh, come on. No one's gonna figure out the truth. Let's just vote already.
Yeah, what actually happens in this scenario? Monokuma can't punish anybody because, technically, there is no blackened. We can't figure it out.
This won't be a problem, right, Monokuma? Because you know who the culprit is, don't you?
Oh my god! Oh my god! This became even a more unsolvable case! Monokuma wasn't a part of this!
Just like you always do.
Oh my god, this is so cool!
Huh?
Yes! Well, Monokuma? Do you know who it is?
Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've been waiting for this. That's why they were keeping guard of Monokuma. They weren't keeping guard. They were making sure he knew nothing.
Yeah? What kind of a reaction is that?
The culprit, you say? Yes, of course I know.
Why do you seem so flustered?
Oh my god, I think this just blew my mind. You have no body and you have no overseer. Monokuma doesn't even know.
Flustered? Me? What are you talking about?
Oh, yes.
Monokuma, do you not know who the culprit is either?
This is so perfect.
Huh? Oh, what do you mean I don't know? What don't I know, huh?
Whoever's in that exosol is a fucking genius.
You don't know, do you?
Well, this changes everything.
What does this mean? Why doesn't Monokuma know who the culprit is?
Yes. Oh, please let me answer this. If Monokuma doesn't know, what does that tell us about this case? It's unsolvable.
Yes, that's it! So that's what Kokichi's real objective was.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Kokichi wasn't just trying to commit a murder that we couldn't figure out. He was trying to commit a murder that Monokuma couldn't figure out either.
If you've confused the Overseer, you win the killing game. That is exactly what he has wanted to do, is win. And this scenario is a win scenario.
A murder Monokuma can figure out?
Perfect!
What's the point of that? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma.
But consider how many elements of this case would be cleared up. Prior to this case, Monokuma always knew the specific details of each crime, correct? That must mean that he was using some way of monitoring us.
Perhaps there are hidden cameras strategically placed to avoid our detection.
I can't say for certain, but he must be keeping watch somehow. Kokichi probably used the electrobomb to scramble whatever that was. The electrobomb would prevent any cameras from sending video wirelessly.
Which means it wouldn't matter where the surveillance cameras were hidden.
Just another layer of genius onto this case. Even if Monokuma was watching, whether he be there in person or via wireless camera, he's got no eyes on the culprit or the victim.
Like I said, what's the point? Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
Before we determine that for sure, I want to make one thing clear. If the objective were to create a crime that would stump Monokuma, the exosols... Yes, the exosols weren't protecting Monokuma. They were...
They were making sure He didn't escape. They were watching him.
That's it! They were watching Monokuma.
Watching him?
Yes. Remember what Monokuma said earlier in the investigation? If they were protecting him like bodyguards, they wouldn't have been facing him. They would have been scanning the area, watching us. But they weren't. That implies that they weren't watching us. They were watching him. They were trying to make sure that Monokuma wouldn't go near the crime scene.
It's perfect.
That reminds me. Before I stole an Exisal, all 4 units were focused on Monokuma. That's why when I stole one to enter the hangar, the other 3 didn't pursue me.
So Monokuma must have been talking about Maki. She didn't want to share that information because it would have linked her to the murder. In which case, it could only be Maki.
You're right.
So to summarize this discussion, Kokichi used the electro bomb in the hangar and the Exisals to watch Monokuma, thereby creating a scenario in which Monokuma has no idea who the culprit is?
I told you there's no point! Kokichi's the one who's controlling Monokuma!
No, Kokichi might not be controlling Monokuma at all.
What?
But Kokichi's the mastermind, right? Shouldn't he be controlling Monokuma?
Kokichi might not be the mastermind.
What?
Remember that the only reason we think that is because Kokichi told us.
And did we really just listen to the liar as he said to us point blank, "I'm the mastermind"? It's actually still part of a perfect plan. Get them to hate me as much as possible and then create an unsolvable murder.
Monokuma hasn't said a word about that. It's possible that Kokichi is just lying to us.
He's still the ultimate liar.
No way I lied! I'm definitely controlling Monokuma. The mastermind of the killing game is totally me. The one who pitted humanity's last survivors against each other is... all me, baby.
Right. He's a remnant of despair. How do we forget that?
But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's the mastermind.
Well, I guess. But is that really possible?
Well, Monokuma?
I can't answer that without causing problems, because I gotta run this trial fair and square.
Even more reason to give us the answer. If you don't tell us the truth right now, you'll be an accomplice to Kokichi's lies.
Ooh, putting Monokuma on blast.
Does that sound like a fair game? Would you say this class trial is fair?
God, I love this. Call his ass out.
Yeah, tell us! Is Kokichi the real mastermind or not?
No need to think about it. You're being way too forward, you know?
Aren't you normally the forward one? I mean, I don't mind, because that's probably part of your strategy, too. But in the interest of fairness, I suppose it's time to tell the truth. Unlike the lies you love so much, the truth should be impartial to everyone.
And what is that truth?
not being controlled by Kokichi, 'cause he's not the mastermind.
The ultimate liar strikes again. This is huge.
Is that really true?
Kokichi was just messing with you. I never once said he was the mastermind.
It makes perfect sense. Because he had control of the exosols to monitor you. If he was the mastermind, why would he do it?
Then it was all Kokichi's lie?
Well, duh. Have you learned nothing from the past 4 trials?
Yeah, that is what that would mean. With the key from the last motive, he was the first to learn the truth of the outside world. Based on his deductions, he fabricated a lie to make you all think he was the mastermind.
I see. Kokichi's own deductions.
His deductions got a lot of details right, though. Pretty impressive, honestly.
But what about the exosols? If Kokichi wasn't the mastermind, how'd he control them so easily?
All he would have to do is find the remote.
He just used Mew's remote control, right?
She made a remote control too? Oh, wow.
So the remote that Kokichi was using was made by Mew?
She made a remote to control the exosols?
Oh, you didn't know? Mew not only invented the electro bomb and the electro hammer,
Don't say it. Don't you dare say it.
she also made a remote control that can hijack any electronic device.
Okay, I thought you were about to say she also created the exosols and then mind blows up. Gore everywhere.
Kokichi just slapped a receiver on each of the exosols and took them for a spin.
Hey, isn't it a bit unfair to tell them all that?
Fairness has nothing to do with it. I offered up that info purely out of spite.
AKA Monokuma's sick of your shit.
Spite towards you for trying to usurp the mastermind's role and take over the game.
And he would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for us meddling kids.
Well, whatever. It's way more interesting to defeat an enemy who plays dirty anyway.
Oh my god, you're right.
What's going on? It seems like they're actually fighting.
There's no doubt about it. Kokichi isn't the mastermind.
Were we just being dragged around by Kokichi's lies the whole time?
Imagine that.
What were you trying to accomplish by pretending to be the mastermind, Kokichi?
Well, if I had to guess, to end the killing game. Well?
Now you're gonna be all quiet? This is so frustrating.
Then if he's not the mastermind, who is?
Why are you so certain there's even a mastermind to begin with?
Because you exist. Because Kaede said it? And the fact that the killing game's still going, so...
What do you mean?
Why, that's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
But I wanna know.
Come on, tell me! Maybe we can figure that out later. Nah, can't be. Trust me, she's died many, many times. There's no possible way she could come back a third time, right? Unless she's hiding somewhere in the school and she sent her sister to do her bidding until she killed her own sister. Just imagine if Mew was actually Mukuro Ikusaba II.
Anyway, this conversation conversation has flown off the rails. Let's get things back on track. This class trial is to figure out who the culprit is, not the mastermind. So, yeah, get to talking.
I agree. Before we worry about who the mastermind is or what my intent is, let's figure out the culprit!
Okay, I just need to remind everybody. Kokichi is the one who made Monokuma afraid of him? Who called him a heartless bastard? And now Monokuma's able to throw it right back at him and just say, okay, I'm done with you. This is a battle of wits and it's amazing.
But Monokuma doesn't know who it is. How is he supposed to confirm the results?
By using me, of course.
We don't need to worry about that. Let's just leave the decision-making to Monokuma. But you gotta run the class trial too, so no mistakes, okay?
Are you trying to get me to do something?
I love this so much.
You've been watching us solve all these cases, but you can't be a spectator anymore.
He literally has to pay attention to the class trials now, because he needs to have it be fair.
You're gonna participate in the class trial from here on out.
I love that Kokichi's calling the shots. This is amazing. I actually can't believe this. This is great. Monokuma still got usurped.
So, let's resume this class trial. Monokuma, you gotta use your brain too.
Kokichi, you're fucking amazing.
This will be the final class trial. Me versus Monokuma.
You versus Monokuma?
When I play a game, I intend to win. But what's considered winning in this game? Beating the other players? No. Beating the game's mastermind is the true game.
The song Hope vs. Despair is playing in the background, and I love this tune. It matches so perfectly here.
And that's how I'll win! That's why I decided to challenge Monokuma! If I can deceive Monokuma till the very end, then I'll be the winner!
You're dragging us around like this? Just so you can win a game?
As I suspected, your thought process defies all logic.
But since the outside world is in total ruin, this game is the only entertainment we have. At least I can enjoy this game to the fullest and feel good winning.
You really are a remnant of despair. Your way of thinking is just chaotic.
And just think, that chaos led to an unwinnable case. And Monokuma doesn't know who done it.
Remnant of despair?
I do have questions about that, though.
Whatevs. Let's just get this started. If the students or Monokuma don't know who the culprit is, then I'm the winner!
Don't underestimate me, or Shuichi and the others, for that matter.
Uh-oh.
It's just like a remnant of despair to try to assume control of the game. But these kids are all that's left of Hope's Peak Academy. If you think they're gonna make this easy for you, you better think again.
Whose side are you taking here?
Side? Isn't it obvious? Monokuma joins your party.
Oh, God.
Who invited you?
Oh, that's great. Welcome, Monokuma. Welcome to the party.
Now, let's join forces and unravel the truth behind this case.
You got it.
Well, we were going to do it anyway.
Let's just ignore Monokuma. His actions are always beyond comprehension.
Yeah! Let's just focus on the case.
Hey, be quiet so we can ignore you.
Now, where should we start? we've already established what Kokichi is after.
He's just gonna keep talking anyway, isn't he?
In my experience, whenever you learn a new fact, you learn something else along with it.
Yes, let's look for that.
You warmed up to him real fast. I guess you are both robots.
Yeah, I think I know what evidence he's talking about. If Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is, what evidence needs to be analyzed again? He said whenever a piece of evidence comes in, you learn something new about it. I think we need to look over the video again.
This is it! Let's discuss the video of Kaito being crushed by the hydraulic press. Kokichi said that he filmed that video to prove he was not the victim. But we know that Kokichi was trying to mislead Monokuma. So what about the video? It's pretty strange to present evidence that condemns you after all.
Then what kind of mistake was Kokichi trying to get me to make?
Maybe he crushed Kaito with a hydraulic press, so the cause of death would be unknown?
But if that were the only objective, there would be no need to film it. Discovering the crushed body would have been enough. No need to show us the film.
That's true.
I guess you're starting to fit in after all. If you get any cuter, I'm gonna hug you.
Huh? Really?
There must be a reason you went out of your way to show us the body being crushed.
No reason, really. That's just my twisted personality.
No, I think I got it. Yeah, this is to fool Monokuma. Which means something is wrong about that video. Keeping the victim's identity hidden. I got it. I think. Of course, it's a hangman's gambit. 6 letters. What can't be identified even after watching the dead body video? Oh! V-I-C-T-I-M. That's a V. We can't really identify the victim.